Hi, everyone. My name is MJ Porchas, also known as Ace It with MJ. I'm a broker, coach, trainer, educator, and I've also been a top producer for over 30 years. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm here to help put the ace of spades in your pocket so you can have a winning hand in any area of your business. Now, today, we're going to go over something I really love to talk about, and that is basics, getting back to basics. Now, don't write it off just yet, because whether you've been in the business for a while or you're just getting started, you might need a pick me up here. Many times as entrepreneurs, we can get lost in the shuffle, hit a wall, and we need our coaches to help us get right back in the right frame of mind. So walk with me as we go into what I call basic real estate sales and lead generation. So here we go. How many of you could get to a place where you just simply say, I'm lead generating. Maybe I'm doing a great job at it. Maybe I'm not. So I need to clearly get my head wrapped around, what am I doing? That's what this is about today. And I'm hoping to empower and encourage you to change your frame of mind with what we're going to talk about in the next few minutes here. So first of all, I think you need to get into a place where you recognize that you are in sales. What does it mean to be a salesperson? Every salesperson or business owner knows that selling is the key to success. If you're not selling, you're not making a profit. You're not meeting new people. You're not closing deals. You're not building a pipeline of business for repeat business. Now, ironically, this is vital, and this component is important because it can also be a very stumbling block that keeps people from even coming close to their true potential, and knowing that selling is the key. Why? Because many times the focus is on closing techniques, how to do this, filling out contracts, you name it. And we aren't really addressing the thoughts and behaviors behind becoming a salesperson. Are you a salesperson? Maybe you came from a place where you were already in sales. So let me ask you this question. What did you do before you became a salesperson? Ask yourself. Maybe some of you already came from sales and you're bringing some really great habits. Maybe you sold solar door to door, or maybe you sold, water softeners. So you've got some sales skills already in the development of who you are. Some of you could have been coming from being a nurse, being a contractor, maybe even a rocket scientist. And there's new things that you need to learn and adapt in the way that you think and that you act. So that is where I want to help you with as we move forward. Now, is this a new career? That was the question. Is this a new profession? Well, if so, here's some questions to take a look at that maybe you're even dealing with today as a seasoned agent. What new skills are you having to learn? We're constantly learning in this business, whether it's things having to do with finance, contracts, our market, the neighborhood, all kinds of things, right? But there are also new disciplines that we need to adapt to. What are those disciplines? Generating new leads, making follow-up calls, establishing rapport, right? What are some of the new fears that you need to overcome? I don't know what to say. I don't understand how to explain a contract. Next one is, what are new obstacles and challenges you're being faced with? Could you be faced with the fact that you don't have the right support? You don't have the right people teaching you what you need to learn so that you can go out there and really be successful. Maybe the obstacles and challenges are simply not having all the resources in front of you. What about the new knowledge that's required for you to master? There's a lot for us to learn in this business. It's called accounting, running a business, right? You didn't do that before and you were just collecting a paycheck. New knowledge. Who do you need to know? Old saying, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Who do you need to know to build and to bring into your team? These are resources that you need to have to be able to offer to the clients that are going to be introduced to you, these new prospects. You want to be a resource to people. So who do you need to know? And who do you need to meet? Right? There are going to be people such as enrolled agents and attorneys and painters and people that do great jobs on, landscape. You've got to have those resources and people on your team. Who do you need to talk to be able to get referrals or just simply be able to have new knowledge in certain areas, lenders, title representatives, attorneys. How do you need to act on a daily basis? How are you acting on a daily basis? What does a salesperson need to be thinking about also in the terms of running their business? These are questions to ask. For those who believe selling is difficult, it is. For those who believe selling is easy, it is. I was taught this very early in my career. When I started, I was 16 years old, and I had some great mentors, coaches, and people that supported me in what I was wanting to do. And many times I would say, this is hard. Like, what you guys do is really hard. And then they would say, do you believe that you can do it? Do you believe in yourself? That was something that I needed to change my way of thinking. So what are you thinking right now? Maybe you've been in the business for 20 years and you're saying today, this is hard. And it's possibly because there's an area of principles that you're missing. And we're going to go over that in just a second. But selling is so easy that it is hard. And that's what I was taught. Look, it's so easy. Don't make it hard. You're making it harder than it is. It really is easy. But where do I start? If you're new in the business, many times you are looking for a coach, somebody to mentor you through this. Even if you've been in the business for a while, I have 2 coaches that I've had for years and years and years. And many times when I'm going to start with even a new project or a new target, I need that support of where should I start? Get me in that right frame of mind. So let's talk about where do you start? The first step is, do you believe? Do you believe in yourself, and do you believe that you can do it? You've got to change the way that you think. So as I've placed it in front of you, let me draw this distinction on one way to look at it. Selling is not so simple, but my belief is that it can become easy. Some people think I'm not a salesperson. Well, you're going to need to learn to be a salesperson because it can be really easy if you put your mindset in the right place. Here's my example: becoming a rocket scientist. I know rocket scientists that have become some really great real estate agents and business entrepreneurs. But it would be difficult for a rocket scientist to be a rocket scientist without the right knowledge. Likewise, becoming a highly paid and successful salesperson in real estate, it's going to be difficult if you don't have the right knowledge. So you say, well, what is the right knowledge? Many great sales and training programs are out there. We certainly have many of them that we can offer you, and they're going to tell you how to make a sale, what are the nuts and bolts of writing a contract, behind closing the sale, how to close somebody, asking great questions, handling objections, so on and so forth. We can teach you to be consistent in your sales process. We're going to help ensure that you can sign a contract and close a deal. However, many times that can leave out vital information on how to sell easily and successfully with thoughtful intention. You've got to change the way that you think. So let's talk about these principles. There are some principles that are fundamentally important to becoming a great salesperson. Principle, what does it stand for? It's a rule or belief governing one's personal behavior. There is a behavior that a great salesperson needs to have, and you've got to govern yourself around that rule or behavior. It's not just about living the principles of being a good realtor. I'm a good person, I behave, I'm respectful, I'm honest, I follow the code of ethics from the National Association of Realtors, and I have integrity. All of that is super important. But I want to have a great business. I want to be profitable, right? So what are those principles that are basic to get us there? Principle number 1, be clear on what you want. What do you want? What is the personal plan that you are desiring for you, and why you said, I am leaving the 9-to-5, I'm leaving the corporate job, I want to do this for myself. I want to be in business for myself. Are you clear on what you want? I pause there because I really want you to start thinking, maybe I need to write this down. What do you want it to provide for your personal life? Your personal goals, your big dreams. This is a reason why you got into business. You got to get clear about the details of your life. Forgive me, I'm not talking about your big why, because people talk about that all the time. I think most of the time, everyone says their big why is their family. I would agree. Everybody's big why, most importantly, right? Family. But I need you to get clear on the details about your life in this business. The intentional personal life that's going to lead you to this concise business plan. What do you want this business to offer you? And what is it going to do? We have this wheel of life. Many of us already know and have seen this type of circle. But I want you to understand that as a salesperson, you're now adding all of these other areas that maybe you weren't doing before into this wheel. So how much time are you spending in each area of your life so you can clearly see where you're excelling and where you need to improve? These new areas that you need to include now are prospecting and client calls and follow-up return calls and client appointments and education and getting coached, right? And to be determined, ... Look at this wheel of life. It's got personal time, your finances, home environment, your health, your wellness, your family, your friendships, your creativity, your personal growth. And now you've got to add these other areas, right? So when you're looking at this wheel, I ask you as a coach, how balanced is your life? Mark each piece of the pie from 1 to 10 and describe how much time you spend in each life. It's got to add up to 100. And now you're going to see where are you lacking, where you need to improve, and where is that balance? Important, right? So again, principle number 1, have a clear plan of what you want. You chose this business for a reason, get clear and intentional. Principle number 2, who are you targeting? You got to target a specific area, get specialized. It becomes really important. Otherwise, you're trying to be an end all be all for everybody. Who are you targeting? If you're already in this business for a while and you realize, yeah, maybe I have too many targets. I'm trying to focus on first-time buyers and probates and short sales and 1031 exchanges and luxury homes, and I have too many focuses. Get yourself dialed in on who you're targeting. Specializing is very important. These are the categories that we learn in real estate. Pick one and become great at it before you move forward to the next one. As we get into specializing, we're going to find out that there's all these other areas that we're going to need to focus on to target and keep track of all of these folks. Our marketing automation, our CRM, our websites, and so forth. I know you know what I'm talking about. So how are you going to find all these people that you want to work with? How are you going to target? You need to become a business seeker. You may have heard hunter. Well, if you want to think about it as hunting, that's fine. I like to call it business seeking. Be a business seeker. Always be on the lookout for seeking business. And how are you going to do it? As I showed you earlier, there are many different ways to do that. But in what way? Check off a couple of boxes, but don't check them all off. There's Facebook Messenger ads, buying exclusive seller leads from maybe Market Leader or SmartZip, using automated text marketing, using slide dial broadcasts to circle prospect, picking up the phone, making outbound phone calls, connecting with maybe a pet loving lead, sponsoring a local adoption event, pitch your listing to news outlets, sign up to do broker price opinions, then market to the owners of distressed homes, target absentee owners that live out of state with direct mail, pitch older expired listings or canceled listings, master cold calling, join in a networking group that's local, Chamber of Commerce, somewhere that you really like to get involved in locally where you live, join a specific Facebook group outside of real estate. That way you can meet new people. You've got to be seeking business. How will you find them? Pick one, find your way, and then pick another until you're really gaining ground on networking. Also establish a territory by using predictive analytics. We didn't used to do this back in the day, but in the 21st century, we have some really great ways to be able to target market. This is one area that I have used in the past, which is why I'm mentioning it. I don't get paid to mention them. They're called smartzip.com. You can go there and get the analytics that they use to target people that are looking to sell in the near future. Again, you need to be targeting specific zip codes or areas that you live. Principle number 3, you've got to create an ideal schedule. What is your schedule? You used to be 9 to 5. You used to maybe work in a hospital where you did, 3 days on and 4 days off. I don't know. But now you have the opportunity to create your schedule. And you need to know when your business is open and when you're closed. You don't work 24/7. Keep it real. One of the ways that I teach and have been training for many years and coaching people is to follow the 3 R's. That is, have specific time that you're remodeling and working on your business. Results time is when you're working in your business. And then you have to have your recover time. Take 2 weeks at a time, know what's going on. Yes, 2 weeks at a time. And that includes time off with family and so forth. This is a really detailed course that I actually teach, and you do need to have your ideal schedule. There's many different ways to look at it, but you need a coach to help you out with that. Principle number 4, build a powerful database. It's all about who you know, right? So as a business seeker, you're out there looking to meet new people and collect their names, numbers, and information. Name and email, that's going to go a long way. Name and cell phone, that's going to go a long way. But your job is to collect their information. I'm not a big fan of giving out business cards anymore. I give out digital business cards. I'm right in their phone immediately. I'm collecting their information, and now it's my obligation to give them a call back. My obligation to follow up, put them in my customer relationship management software, CRM, and follow up with them, right? Because many times business cards, gum goes inside and it just gets thrown in the trash. Although they're important for many different reasons, my point is collect as much information as possible and start building a powerful database, getting to know lots of people. One of the courses that I've been teaching since the early 90s is a program that I wrote called the RAVE program. And I'll give you a quick insight on it. It's called Reliable Associations of Variable Expertise. And really, it's your raving fans, people that are talking about you all the time. They are people that already have their own clientele of business. Now, you've got to know what to say to be able to build a program. Yes, it is a program. You're qualifying vendors and people like contractors and people that clean pools, landscapers. You need people that are masons that do concrete work. You need all kinds of resources in your team of people. And so you go out, you create this list, and then you're meeting these people and bringing them into your world. You're also doing a lot of referring of business. Now that we've talked about the 4 principles, lastly, I just want to share with you that it's really important that you're establishing your brand to share with others. You've got to discover, number 1, what matters to you, your brand collectively over and over. Know your customers and your competitors that are working around you, right? Who are you up against, and making sure that your brand is consistent. What do you stand for? And that specific target that you're after will really help you show what you stand for. Be consistent, number 4, with your brand. That's going to help you establish and share with people all of how you work, who you target, and why they should be working with you. So at the heart of this business, we talked about those 4 principles, but at the same time, the basics in real estate sales and lead generation with your brand is knowing what do you love, what do you value, and what do you stand for. And you need to write that down. That should be your mantra in your daily sales approach, and desiring that passion to lead generate for all those reasons above. Mother Teresa said it so beautifully. Go out into the world today and love the people you meet. Let your presence light new light in the hearts of others. I like to share that my mantra from the heart is what I love. I love empowering, encouraging, supporting, and driving others to the highest level of their chosen success. I value excellence, knowledge, and accountability. I stand for respect and integrity in all ways of working with people to support their dreams and personal life. And my goal as a coach is to be the ace of spades in your pocket to give you the winning hand in your business and life. Yes, we've got to know what our brand is, what we love, what we value, and what we stand for. And I truly hope that today really helped you get back into the frame of mind of becoming a great salesperson and loving again what this is all about: selling, going out and generating new leads, meeting great people. So if I can be of any further assistance to you, I am happy to help you. I'm yours in acing it. You can reach out to me with the information below. and I look forward to helping you have a winning hand in your life. Take care. Bye for now.